So let's go inside out now with SNY NFL insider Connor Hughes. Let's begin with the New York Football Giants. After weeks of standing by his man, Brian Daboll now seemingly non-committal about the future of Daniel Jones. Do you think we're actually going to finally see some changes here, Connor?
I do, and I think that that's absolutely the right call for the Giants. If they weren't going to make a change, Brian Daboll would have said exactly what he said the last 2 or 3 weeks when we've asked him during these day-after press conferences or conference calls on whether or not he's going to make a change, and he has said, no, Daniel Jones is our quarterback, no, Daniel Jones is our guy, I'm sticking with Daniel Jones moving forward. The minute that he did not reiterate that message, it tells you that the Giants are mulling a quarterback change, and in all likelihood, they will announce that next Wednesday when they have their first practice after the bye. And again, it's the right call for this team. We can talk about the $23 million injury guarantee, but more than anything else, Jones is holding the Giants back. I know sometimes statistically it won't look that bad in a box score. You'll see flashes in games where it's not awful, but it's those missed throws. It's even the completions that are ill-advised or misplaced that are leading to 5- and 6-yard gains instead of what should be 15, 20-yard gains. The taking the sacks, the throw that went 15 yards over Malik Neighbors' head. Jones is not the guy anymore. It's time for the Giants to move on and see if they have anything in Drew Lock before eventually then going to Tommy DeVito.
Meanwhile, John Mara has also stood by the brain trust of Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll, but another rough performance, high-profile spot. So how close are the coach and GM to actually being in any danger here?
Yeah, a John Mara vote of confidence is becoming a kiss of death for these coaches because it's the same thing that he gave to Ben McAdoo. It's the same thing that he gave to Joe Judge, and both those guys ended up ultimately getting fired. Now, I do believe that Brian Daboll is going to coach throughout this year, and Joe Schoen is going to finish out the entire year. But in the offseason, everything is on the table right now, man. I mean, look, this is a Giants team that just lost to the lowly Carolina Panthers. Bryce Young, who is looking like one of the biggest busts in NFL history, and they lost to that ball club. So if they can't beat Carolina, who on their schedule are they going to beat? And if this Giants team finishes with maybe 2 wins, which is absolutely possible, or 3 wins, or just 4, and you look at the roster and you can say, really, is it that much improved from the one that Joe Schoen inherited? Have the players that Brian Daboll's been coaching, have they really gotten that much better? Why is this team, again, one of the worst in the NFL? Yeah, I could absolutely see John Mara making a change, and I think ultimately he will at the head coaching spot.
I was going to say, especially based on where they finish in the NFL draft rankings, that could have some sort of effect on where things go as well. Let's go over to the game you were at Sunday. The Jets' playoff hopes more or less over. Looking at the roster they've got, not really in a position to tank, but the coach and possibly the quarterback aren't looking like they'll be back next season. So what exactly does the rest of the season look like for New York?
Well, it's getting ugly now. I think that they have a coaching problem, and I do believe that Jeff Ulbrich can eventually be a really good head coach in the NFL. But the problem right now is he's trying to be the Jets head coach and the Jets defensive coordinator, because when the Jets moved on from Robert Saleh, they just gave all of his responsibilities to a guy who already had a ton of responsibilities as a defensive coordinator. Now you see the offense is having issues. The defense is having issues, and the whole fundamentals of the team have broken down. But when you see some of the stuff that's been taking place on social media on Monday, whether it's with Sauce Gardner or Quincy Williams or all these guys that are now sounding off on fans, I mean, this very much looks like a team that is fracturing. So technically, yeah, the Jets season isn't over if they run the table. They get some luck, some good breaks with the Broncos losing games and the Bengals and the Colts losing games. But I don't know what the Jets have shown you absent one half against a receiverless Houston Texans team to make you think they're going to turn this around.
We are in the world where everything's made up and the points do not matter. Connor, thank you so much.